Welcome to the Mind Your Own Business Bootcamp instruction video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your done-for-you funnel, how to set up your subdomain, how to access your email swipe file and build a campaign in System.io, and also how to access your bonus items. So let's get started. So in step one, you're going to start your free System.io account. Now System.io is free up to 3 funnels and 2,000 contacts. So it's great for beginners because when you're just getting started, you don't want to spend a lot of money. So System.io is a great place to get started. So I'm going to show you how to import a funnel that I built on System.io that you're going to be able to use from square one. Now this is going to be regardless of the niche that you're in. Now, within reason, because obviously in some cases you're going to have to use the funnels that your merchant or your affiliate partner provides, and in which case then you wouldn't be able to use this one, but you'll learn enough by building this funnel so that you could customize the funnel that your affiliate partner gives you, so that you understand how a funnel works. So while this is a copy and paste funnel, you are still going to get the benefits of knowing how to customize it. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. So after you set up your free System.io account in step one, step two is going to be to log into System.io and then click this link right here to import your new funnel. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we have imported this funnel. So it says, because I'm the owner, that's okay, because but you're going to be bringing in and you would be importing it into your account. So this is your opt-in page. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you this right now. But before I do, let me explain a little bit about this particular funnel and also the interface that you're seeing here. So first of all, we have 4 pages in this funnel. The first one is the opt-in page. That's the one we're going to be looking at here in a few minutes, and also is the one that your leads are going to see when they click on your link. So if your link is in TikTok or in Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or wherever your social media platform is where you're driving traffic from, that link is going to be the first thing, or the opt-in page is going to be the first thing that your lead comes to when they click on your link. So that is going to be where they put in their email address, their name. When they click submit, then that's both going to take them on to the next step in the funnel, which is the bridge page, and we'll look at that here in a sec too, but also will prompt your autoresponder to send out the first email in your campaign. So the great thing about this program is that you're going to have all of those things in one package. So so very convenient. It's going to help you a lot to get everything set up. So the opt-in page we're going to talk about first. Then let's go over here to this side here so I can explain what these buttons are. The first one here is to save your funnel step. So if I change anything here, then I want to be able to save it. This is to preview it if I wanted to see what it looks like on the web. This is to edit it. The pencil always means edit. And then coming up here, this is viewing the whole funnel. So when we do this, when we click on this, this is actually how you're going to get the link that you're going to be using in your social media. And I'll show you that here in a few minutes too. And then here's your funnel settings. We're going to be using that later when we go ahead and connect your domain to your funnel. All right, so let's go in and opt in into the opt-in page. So anything that's in red on this page is where you would fill in your own information. So, so this is going to be customizable to your niche and to your product. Now, originally this was built on a page for affiliate marketing, but this can be adapted to any niche. So here's what we'll do, and I'll show you how to do this. So in this headline, so this is what's known as a headline. The question is, have you ever wanted to achieve the desired result without doing the thing you won't want to do? So an example of that would be, have you ever wanted to lose weight without popping pills or counting calories? Or Have you ever wanted to learn how to ski without falling down and breaking your neck, or something to that effect? So this is your headline, and what you're trying to do here is to get your lead interested in your product. Okay, so that's the first thing that we come to, and that's the first thing that you'll customize. Now, if you don't have ideas, I've actually included in that page that I just showed you. Here, let me pull that back up. If you need headline ideas, there's an AI headline generator right here that you could go in and use. There's also, if you scroll down, there's also, you could start a free trial of copy.ai. Copy.ai is also an AI generator, but it's a full-blown program. So you could actually access that and use that to create your headlines. But let's go back up here. So I just wanted to show you that option. Okay, so here we are in the opt-in page. So what I wanted to show you is basically how the System.io environment works, how the interface works. So this is actually in the editing function, and you'll notice that as I mouse over these blocks here, one of them is blue. Those are rows. Blue is for row. Orange is for element, so text is an element, a button is an element. And then green is for section. So the section is kind of, if you think about it, kind of like a file cabinet. Green is the file cabinet overall. Blue is the individual drawers, and the orange is the individual files that are in a file cabinet. So if that makes sense. So when you want to affect something, especially an element, what you want to do is click on the gear sign. So the gear sign is going to open up the modifiers or the properties that you can edit in System.io, and they're over here on the left-hand side. So for example, you can change the font size, you can change the line height here, you can change the size of the font if I want to make it smaller, or if I want to make it bigger. I can change the actual font by going here and changing this. I can change the style. I can change the spacing of the letters. I don't really want to do that. I can change the background color, so if I wanted this whole background to be a different color, right now it's set to transparent, but I could change it to gray, or I could change it to orange, which would be, that's bad, or I could just keep it white like it is right now. With your buttons, those also are going to have the same thing. So if I click on the gear sign here, that's going to take me to the settings. Now, this particular button accesses or activates the pop-up, and so the pop-up is, so what we'd want to do in action when the button is clicked, we would want to say show pop-up. Now the other options are send form, so I'm going to show you that here in a second. That's going to be on the button in the pop-up, but you might also have it open the URL, or it might be going to the next step URL, or it might download a file. So those are your different options. But right now we're just going to have it show the pop-up. Alignment, that's pretty self-explanatory. Button width, you can either have the button go the full width like that, or you can have it what's known as fluid, so that would be dependent on the size of the box that it's in. Margins, you can move this up and down like that. Again, changing your typography. Your button text has to be typed in here. So right now it's got start here, there. Font size, font type. You can also select an icon. So if I wanted to put a down arrow here, I could click on this, and I could just scroll down to see if I could find a down arrow. So we could add that in, so that's kind of cool. We could do that. So my background color right now, I think I want to keep it there, but I know there's a shadow on this, and so I want to take that shadow off and make it the same color as the button. So I just go there and make it the same color so it looks nice and seamless. I could give it a shadow if I wanted to. I could give it rounded corners if I wanted to. Right now they are slightly rounded. And you know what? I'm going to take that, that icon off because I don't think we really need it. I just wanted to show you what that looked like. Okay. So again, as I said before, so each one of these elements, the elements are in orange, the rows are in blue, and the sections are in green. Now, if I wanted to change this picture, the way I would do it would be to click on this gear right there, and that would take me over here to the settings. Now, what I want to do is I want to upload an image file. So that image file is going to be a picture of you. So what to do that, you're going to click on this little cloud here and then go to your images. So you can upload a picture. Here I would probably pick that one, right? So that would be something that you would put in. You'll have your own picture, obviously. So if I click insert, it's just going to place it right in that box. Now it's a little bit big, so I'm going to want to make it smaller like that. And I might want to push it over. And I might want to make this box a lot smaller because right now it's just too big. So, all right, I am not going to save changes. I'm going to get rid of this and take that out. Okay, so that's basically how the page works. So in order for you to be able to affect it, just remember you do have to change, you do have to go into the orange gear. So let me show you another thing when I was talking about the privacy policy. Here's how you would want to change that. So you would want to click on this and then select it. And you'll notice that there's a link here. So what I would want to do is to type in the URL. So the URL right now is already in your funnel. So if I save the changes and go out and go to my privacy policy page. Now remember, to view it, I would want to click here to view the funnel step. And that would allow me to get the link to the privacy policy. And then if we go back to the funnel, go back to the opt-in page, click on the edit page, and then go ahead and then select our text here. Click on the link, put in the URL, and save it. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Now, when I mentioned before the pop-ups, so let's go ahead and open that pop-up up again. And so now what you want to do, you're going to want to set the action on this button. So this button right here, start here. I'm going to click on that, on the gear sign, and that's going to open up my pop-up. Now the action when the button is clicked is going to be to send the form. Okay, the form is going to be sent to your autoresponder, and then the redirect is going to be going to the next step or to your bridge page. So that's how that works. So you want to make sure that your action on this button on your pop-up is this right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and save the changes. So we're back here in the funnel. So here you are going to be inserting the information for your particular product that you're promoting. So your insert desired transformation here. So the desired transformation here would be perhaps, have you ever wanted to lose weight but didn't want to count calories, or didn't want to starve yourself in order to do it, or work out every single day? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is, and then you'd put your name there, and I help folks like you. What do you help people do, and without what your customer doesn't want to do? So this is basically your I help statement. In other training, I show you how to write an I help statement. We're not going to go into that here, but basically an I help statement is I help blank do blank without or with blank. So, it's a basic statement of what you do, of who you are, what you do, who you help, and how you help them. So that's very important. It's kind of like your elevator speech, but this is something that you should be developing for your niche so that you understand who it is you're helping and how you're helping and what you're helping them with. And then on the page, you'll also notice that there are buttons. So the text reads, click either button on this page for free, whatever that thing is that you're offering your customers. It could be a video, it could be a webinar, it could be a checklist. That will reveal the exact formula I use to, and then insert achieve transformation. So if it's make money online, will reveal the exact formula I use to generate thousands of dollars in passive income each month. Or this will reveal the exact formula I use to lose over 60 pounds. So these are the things that you would put in there. Okay, so then I'll scroll down a little bit. You can put your picture in here, so this is all set up for you to put in your picture. Then there's a little bit of a blurb about who you are. You'd put your name here, and then you would also put the same transformation that your product promises here. So an example would be, this is the exact system that I use to make thousands of dollars of semi-passive income online each month. And then what's inside, this is what you're going to insert, what the customer will receive when they click either button, whether it's a video or webinar or anything else. And then the buttons start here. Now I also want to point out that this privacy policy and terms of use, these are actually pages in your funnel. They're already linked. All you have to do is go into those pages and customize them slightly, and they'll be good to go. But you do want to include a privacy policy and terms of use. That's super important. And then there's some information here. This is the income disclaimer. You make sure that you want to have that as well. Okay, so this page here is, you're going to customize it, putting in the information that you want to put in, whether it's make money online or weight loss or any other niche that you happen to be in. And then the other thing is that when someone clicks this button, it's going to open up what's known as a pop-up. So the pop-up is already set here. So this is pop-up, it says number 2. I did have a number 1 in there, I deleted it. But pop-up number 2, when we click it, this is what it looks like. Now the cool thing about this program is that you are going to be getting a free ebook, right? So that ebook is going to be part of this program that you're going to be able to provide for your leads. So when somebody clicks the Start Here button, and then they're going to come to here, they're going to put their name and their email address in and click Start Here, then that's going to take them to the next page in the funnel. So you have the pop-up, you have the opt-in page. I'm going to X out of here and save my changes. Okay, and then I'm going to get out. Now I'm going to go to my bridge page. Now the bridge page is basically the same as the page that I showed you. The opt-in page, well, it's going to have a little bit more information on it. So it's same thing again. If blank the desired transformation, that could be if you want blank without what the customer doesn't want to do, this message is for you. So for example, let me just give you an example of what I have done. So an example could be, if you've always wanted to start an online business but had no idea where to start, this message is for you. Or if you've ever wanted to lose weight but didn't want to count calories or exercise every day in the gym, this message is for you. So that is what you're going to be putting in there. That is the customization you're going to put into that headline. Again, that's your headline. And then you're going to be creating a video to go here. So the video is going to be a video of you explaining what the transformation is going to be based on your product, what it did for you, and then how your customer is going to how they're going to be able to access whatever it is, whatever item that you are promising them. Either it's the ebook or it's a video or whatever it might be. You're going to be explaining to your customer what you want them to do. So in that video, I have a script for you, so you'll be able to use that. And then you're also going to repeat that here in Insert Your Story. So that you just click on that, select your text, and then go ahead and type in here. So you can also, one of the tips that I can give you is, don't do it here. Create your story in a Word document and then copy and paste it when you feel ready. And then you can go in and format it in System.io rather than typing it all in here. This way, if you're doing it in Word, you're saving it so that if you ever lose it, you can always go back and copy it and paste it again. And you can do any of the edits you have to do there as well. Now, if you want to bold any of the text, or if you want to make it italics, or if you wanted to underline it, or if you wanted to insert a strike through, I don't know why you'd want to do that. Or if you want to change the color, I could change it to green. That would be weird, but or black or red. You would select the word that you want to make a hyperlink, and then you'd go ahead and click on the link. And then you would paste your URL right here, and then once you paste the URL, then you'd click Save. So this little floppy disk makes me laugh because back in the day, when I was a lot younger, when we first started using computers, we had these little disks that we called floppy disks, and this one was actually a hard disk, but they actually were quite large originally. They started making them smaller, but now we know that you can fit way more data than 100 computers like that, or 100 things like that would be able to hold. So, or maybe even 1 million. It could even be 1 million. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's a lot. So then you would put your URL right here and then click Save. Okay, so we'll be doing that a little bit later. I'll show you how to do that. So coming over here to the right side of the page, now what you would put here would be what you get in this amazing program or with this amazing product. You could customize that as well. Benefit 1, that's going to be the benefit number 1 of using that product. Benefit 2 is going to be the benefit 2 of using that product, and so on. So if it's a weight loss product, you can look at it like the benefit 1, great tasting formula that will shed pounds. Second benefit, make your loved ones look at you with more admiration. Benefit 3 could be finally fit into that dress you bought for cousin Alice's wedding three years ago and can't fit into it now. So I'm making a joke, but that's what you would do here. Is you would do the 3 benefits that your product promises. Now on this button here, that's where you're going to put your affiliate link. So when I click on the gear sign, as I said before, what you're going to do here is when the button is clicked, we want to open your URL, and the URL is going to be your affiliate link. So whatever it is, your affiliate link to the product that you're promoting, that's what would go on here on this button. And you would put it right here in this URL. I do recommend that you open it always in a new window, because the beauty of that is that folks sometimes don't have to go back. They won't have to use the back button. They can just go to a new tab, and they won't lose their place in on the page. So if you open it in a new window, it's much easier for them to be able to locate it again. Now you can also insert testimonials. I've got 2 spaces here for videos. If you don't want to use these, all you would need to do would be just to delete them. So to delete them, all you have to do is click on the trash can right here. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can see how that works. If you didn't want those videos, you could just delete them. Again, another Start Here button. You'd want to insert your affiliate link on this button. And once again, down here, we've got the privacy policy and terms of use. And once again, if it's red text, you can go ahead and insert your offer here. So make sure, though, let me just explain that wherever there's red text, you're going to be replacing it with your own text. But the important thing is to not leave the red text. Then make sure you delete the text, or anything that has red text. You'll want to make sure that you get rid of that before you actually go live with your web page. Otherwise, it's going to look kind of amateurish, and you don't want that. You want to make sure that everything that you put out there looks professional. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save the changes here. All right, so that's how you set up your funnel. Now, the next step is going to be to set up your subdomain. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with this, because your subdomain is basically takes the place of the www on your domain. So, for example, mine is www.kimmathiat.com, but I created a subdomain for this particular funnel. So it's, instead of www, it's myob.kimmathiat.com. So that's the difference between a domain and a subdomain. The beauty of the subdomain is that you can have as many as you want. It just modifies your already primary root domain. And so they're free. And if you wanted to create a new funnel, you would have to create a new domain to go with that funnel. This way you don't have to do that. So there is a video here that I've already created that shows you how to create and connect your subdomain in System.io. It's a very detailed video, so you'll want to make sure that you watch that. If you want to make an account in Bluehost, you can use this link here. Step 4 is going to be to access your bridge page video script. Now, that bridge page video script is, you can modify that, so let's go ahead and open that up. You're going to be asked to make a copy, and so that's what I want you to do. Okay, so wherever it's red, you're going to want to customize it. So here where it says desired result, so that could be make money online, or lose weight, or learn how to ski, or adopt a pet, or whatever that might be. Again, go in, customize, make sure you customize it for your product, and then delete the red text. And so any place that it could be modified, I've put it in red. Then once you finish modifying your bridge page video, what you're going to want to do then is you're going to want to record your video. Now, the video is something very basic. You can do it on your phone. I would recommend turning your phone sideways. It does make it a little bit awkward because your camera is over here. But if you turn it this way, just remember that you're going to have blank spaces on both sides of your video. So it's a different format. It's actually a 16:9 format, not a 9:16 like most social media posts are, or TikToks or Reels. Those are all 9:16 format. If you turn it this way, if you turn your phone this way, it's 16:9. But it's a little bit more awkward. So just figure out how best to do it. You can use any video editor that you want. You can use CapCut on your phone. InShot is another one. Loom is another one. You can upload your video to Wistia. There's a lot of different options available for you. That might be something that you might want to ask at your one-to-one. You know, what kind of video editor should I use to create my bridge page video? And we could certainly help you out with that. Okay, so that is step 4. Step 5, now let's move on to that. So step 5 is going to be accessing your DFY email sequence. So we're going to go ahead and click here. And again, we're going to copy it. Now, there are 10 emails here. So what's great about this is that you've got automatically built in 10 emails into your sequence. So as you can see, there are quite a few. Again, anything in red is what you should be customizing. Each one of these emails is going to contain text that you'll want to hyperlink to your affiliate link, to your sales page of your affiliate partner. And you're just going to continue to go through these. Now, I would read through them first, make sure that there are things that you want to keep. The other thing is too, is if you get stuck with not knowing how to write an email, and it can be a little daunting at first, there's a couple of things that I recommend. First of all, you can opt into other people's funnels and get their emails and see if there's any in there that you like and that you feel like you could use them for yourself. Now, this should be people in your niche. So if your niche is weight loss, look at some other people who are in your niche and find out what emails that they're using. Or your affiliate partner may have email swipes that you can use. So you want to make sure that if these aren't the emails that you need to use or that you want to use, where can you get emails that you can use? Another thing that you can do, and I'll just point this out, if I go back here to this page, you can also use an AI generator like copy.ai. Jasper is another one, but I recommend copy.ai. And this is a great AI generator to create copy for headlines, for emails, for TikToks. I mean, all kinds of things you can generate copy for. So I do recommend copy.ai. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to System.io and we're going to start our email campaign. So this is going to be our first one. Let's go back to System.io. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to make sure I'm on my opt-in page because that's what is going to be affected. Now what I want to do is go up here to emails and I'm going to click on campaigns. All right, so now that we're in our campaigns, now you're going to click create. And I'm going to create a campaign. So I'm going to show this, call this my great product email sequence. Okay. And helps if I spell. All right, and you can put in a description, but you don't have to. I'm not going to right now. I'm just going to click save. So it's now created. So now what I want to do is I want to go into my great products email sequence and I'm going to add an email. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. So what I want to do now is I want to go back to my list. And I want to come in and grab this first email. So I'm going to watch carefully. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this is a welcome email. So this is the first one they're going to see. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to select the text down to your name. And I'm going to copy it. Now I always use the keyboard as opposed to right click. I think it's a good habit to get into using your keyboard. A lot of people want to use the right click or text sensitive or context sensitive. I don't recommend doing that for a couple of reasons. Number one, you might not get all of the text, and so using the right click doesn't work for every software either. So get in the habit of using your keyboard. So your keyboard shortcut for copy is Command C on the Mac or Control C on a PC. The paste function is either Control V on a PC or Command V on a Mac. So if you are going to copy, Command C, and then we're going to go back to System.io now. And I'm going to choose the classic editor because I think that's easier. Now before I do that, I also want to point out that your sender name should be your name and your sender email address should be your professional email, right? So that should be the email that you created when you set up your domain in the first place. So it should be your professional email. In the subject, I'm going to put, here's your free ebook. Now you could also put welcome, or you could put something else, but here's your free ebook is great because that gets their attention, that lets them know that you're giving them a freebie, and of course we're going to be delivering the freebie in this email. So I'm going to go ahead and click create. And then now I'm going to paste in the text from the email that I just created. Okay, so that pastes that in. And you might want to go ahead and play with this a little bit. I'm going to delete this because we don't need that. That's already in the subject line. And I would go in and do a little bit of formatting, cleaning up. All right, so then your first thing you're going to want to customize is the personalization. Now, System.io allows you to personalize your emails, and what I mean by that is that if you want to make it more personal for your lead or for the person that you're sending emails to, they're much more likely to open your emails if you are personalizing them. So what I want to do is this, hey, I want to put in the name of the person. But you're wondering, well, how do I do that when when people are opting in and I don't know when they're opting in? So how do I do that? Well, you do that through something called substitute variables. So when I click on that and delete it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here to substitute variables, and I'm going to choose the substitute variable that I want to add to my email. So if I click on that, it brings up this list, and I'm going to click on first name, and then I'm going to click OK. All right, so now that puts it in there. Now here's just a little detail that I know that you should probably pay attention to, and I see a lot of people doing this, and it looks really unprofessional. Make sure you change the formatting of your personalization, because the rest of your text is bold. You want to make sure this is also bold. You also want to make sure that there's a comma there. This is a greeting or a salutation. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do is to put a hyperlink to your ebook. So two things you're going to want to do. You're going to want to have access to your ebook. Now, when you get your ebook, it's going to be downloaded from the server that we're giving it to you from. You're going to be customizing it in Canva. So then when you download it from Canva, put it someplace where you're going to be able to access it easily, someplace on your computer like your desktop, and then you're going to link it here. So let me show you how that works. So if I were to use my free ebook, so I would select the text here. Now I'm going to navigate to that ebook. So what I have it in my actually have it in my Bluehost web server, and so I'm gonna just go there. There's my site. So you could put yours in Google Drive. You could also get a Dropbox account. There's a lot of different ways of doing this too. I keep mine in my hosting server, but that's just what I do. So I have it stored in my library, and it is this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the URL to my clipboard, and then I'm going to come back here. So now I have the link to my ebook. So as promised, here's my free ebook. My free ebook text is going to be hyperlinked. So I have selected it. I'm going to go over here to the link, and I'm going to paste, Control V, my link. Okay, so now this is linked. After I do that, I'm going to want to delete that text because I don't want it to say hyperlink to my ebook. I want to make sure that it looks professional. Okay, and so you're going to go in and you can go ahead and customize it. Now you'll notice that there's text in bold in parentheses. Now, a couple of things. You can either customize it while it's still in your Google Docs, or you can customize it here just so that you know that when you bring it in here, you're going to lose the red text. So if you're not sure, I would go ahead and customize it in Google Docs before you import it in here. But at any rate, you're going to go in and you're going to change the language here. Now, obviously, if this is not your niche, if affiliate marketing is not your niche, you're going to want to change it to suit your niche. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and format this a little bit, and then finally. This one here is pretty much good to go. You're going to want to make sure that you save it. Now, with your emails, you also want to make sure a couple of things. Now, the autoresponder is automatically going to put in an unsubscribe button. You absolutely have to have that by ICANN rules. You also need a physical address by ICANN rules, and it can be a P.O. box. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I would recommend a P.O. box. You can either do a physical P.O. box, like go to your post office and actually pay for one. It's actually a physical post office box, or you can get a virtual post office box online, and that works in basically the same way, and it's perfectly fine. But you are going to have a P.O. box or a physical address of some kind. So just make sure that you do have that. What I usually tell folks is, do whatever's the cheapest. Okay, so now that we've got this done, what we want to do is we want to save it. Okay, we're not saving it and publishing it yet, we're just saving it. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to do our automation. So we've got our first email in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our funnel right here, and the first thing we want to make sure we're on our opt-in page. And now that we've created our campaign, what we want to do now is we want to set up the automation for this funnel. So I'm going to click on automation rules. Now you can also do it through workflows. I'm going to show you both ways. First, automation rules. I'm going to click on add rule. And the trigger that we want is for the funnel step form subscribed. So that's when we want to choose. Okay, so a contact is just subscribed to our form. What do we want to do? We want to add an action. So we want to subscribe to a campaign. Now we could also add a tag. That's a more advanced feature, but to add a tag might say, add to campaign, or add to list, or send emails, or whatever that might be, but you can always add a tag. A tag could be an unengaged list or an unengaged group of people on your email list, so you might want to segment those people off and send a broadcast or a different campaign to them. But a tag will basically identify a group of people underneath that tag, so the tag is going to be more descriptive. But we're not using tags right now. We're just going to do something a lot simpler, and that's subscribe to your campaign. I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to choose the campaign, and my campaign, I already named it, and it is my great product email sequence. Okay, so now I have the rules set. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Okay, so that's how you do it through automation. Let me show you how to do it through workflows. You can do it either way, but I prefer automation, but you might want to do workflows. It works in the same exact way. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Now I'm going to go up here to automations, and instead of clicking rules, I'm going to click workflows. So I'm going to create my new workflow, and I'm going to call this my great funnel campaign, or my great product campaign. That's the way it was, right? My great product campaign. There we go. All right, and so now I'm going to click on that to affect it. So now I want to identify what my trigger is. So to do that, I click on the plus button right here. And my action, or what kind of step would I like to add, what I'm going to do is put in an action. Now, again, as I said before, it could be a decision. That's going to be in the form of a tag. Or it could be a delay to give a certain amount of time before continuing down the path. So I might want to wait for a day or 2 days before sending the next email. But we're going to do an action, so perform an action. Now we're going to define what that action is. So choose an action. I'm going to choose subscribe to campaign. And the campaign I need to select is this one right here. And I'm going to click create. Okay, so subscribe to campaign. Is there anything else I have to do? I think that's it. So let's just go ahead and exit there. So to activate it, I would just want to click this button right here, activate workflow. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. And so now this workflow is activated. So now when I start adding emails into it, each email is going to be sent based on this particular campaign. So now I'm going to go back to emails. I'm going to go back to campaigns. I only have one email right now in my email sequence, so I need to add more because I just have this one. So I'm going to go ahead and add an email. I'm going to go back to our list, and I'm going to go to email 2. So the subject line is first name, ever made money while you slept? Okay, so we're going to select this all the way down to your name, copy it, go back to System.io. I'm going to put in here, I already have it here, ever made money while you slept, and then click create. All right, and now I'm going to paste the text. And again, you're going to want to customize this. Now, this one is set up for if you have a high ticket commission, or if you've had a commission of any kind, you can put it in here. And so what I've done in the past is I've inserted a screenshot of a high ticket commission. To do that, you would just want to put your cursor where you're going to insert the picture and click on the picture. Now you can upload that picture. All right, you'll want to make sure that you send it to the server so that it actually is on the server. And so now if I click OK, it's going to insert this. I can make this smaller, so I'd probably want to do that quite a bit smaller. So I could go in here and make it a lot smaller. So let's say this is 500 by 370, click OK. And then that's going to make it smaller. I could even probably make it smaller than this. I can go in and make it 400. Okay. Now, when you put this in, the nice thing about System.io is it'll put it where you want it. In other autoresponders, it's a little bit more difficult to do that, but the nice thing about System.io is it's pretty much drag and drop, so you don't have to worry about that. So now it's in there. I'm going to then delete this insert screenshot of a high ticket commission because I don't need that anymore. Now you're going to ask, well, what if I haven't made a commission yet? So you could talk about other things like if you have made a commission of any kind, you could put that in there and say, hey, it was only a couple of dollars, but hey, I made a commission and I'm so excited. The other thing that you could do, let's say your niche is weight loss. One of the most incredible experiences of my entire life was when I lost 20 pounds. I woke up and weighed myself and I was 20 pounds lighter. And then you could put maybe a screenshot of the scale or whatever, or maybe a before and after shot of yourself and the effects of the weight loss product that you're taking, whatever that might be. This would be a great place to put it. Now you would have to go in and modify the text, but that's again something that you would do based on your niche. Okay, so then the other thing you want to make sure to do, and as I said before, you want to make sure that you personalize this. because research has shown that personalized emails do get opened. Okay, and then make sure we're professional by making sure that this is bolded. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, let's look at this. So it says here you can change your email footer on the email settings page. Let's go there right now so that we can take a look. So here, what I want to do is I want to put my footer. Now, as I said before, you have to have a physical address. According to ICANN rules, here is where you're going to put it, right? You can put the name of your LLC if you have one. I'm going to add in LLC, I think. You can delete this, though, from yours. And then make sure that you have the unsubscribe button, right? Do not click display my affiliate link and at the end of each email I send. You don't want to do that. Now you can put a disclaimer in there. So what I would recommend doing is putting a disclaimer here that states basically I am an affiliate for this product, and if you purchase the product through my link, I may receive a commission at no additional expense to you. So that is where I would put that information or that text here as well, so that and then you're 100% legal in terms of ICANN rules, and that's the international internet rules that govern privacy and other e-commerce actions, legislation or guidelines that are legally binding from one country to the next. And let's face it, with the internet, there are no boundaries. It's a very porous, it's a very porous medium. So I would make sure that you are legally protected regardless of where you are in the world. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And we're going to go back to emails and go back to our campaign. Now, we've got 2 emails in my email sequence. So in order to get started here, now I would go ahead and add in all of my emails now at this point. So we've got 2. Let's go ahead and add another one. Go back to copy our list. All right, and so now we're going to go to email 3. And so the subject line is first name, still stuck at what to promote. Now the thing about System.io that other autoresponders will do that System.io doesn't do is that you cannot personalize the subject line, unfortunately. I like to do that. System.io does not have a way for you to do that. So right now we're just going to go with stuck at what to promote. So I'm going to go ahead and click and copy this. This is a short email, so I'm just going to copy that and go back to System.io. And let's put our subject line in. Classic editor, create, and now we're going to paste that in. And now we're going to customize this. Okay. So what you want to do now is you're going to want to add the link to your Facebook community. Now, one of the things that is cool about this particular program is that it's going to show you how, we're going to show you how to set up your own Facebook community, and that's going to happen in the weekly Facebook Lives. So you're actually going to get instruction of how to do that, and we're going to model how exactly to do that. But inserting the link to your Facebook community is going to happen right here. You're going to find another video on how to do that here in a few minutes when you're done with this video. So make sure you wait for that. But what you're going to do here is you're going to insert your link to your Facebook community in this email. So you want to make sure that when you get your Facebook community set up, that you get the link to your Facebook community and you come back to this email and you hyperlink it right here. Okay, and then of course make sure you always input your name, right? Change your name to your name. All right, so we've got our 3 emails in. Now you're going to go ahead and keep doing that. Let's go ahead and save this. All right, so now it's time to set up our automation. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to start with the number 1 email, and I'm going to click on the green button right here where it says publish. I'm going to click on that. My delay is going to be 1 minute. Okay, and there is no after. And I'm going to go ahead and click publish. Okay, so now this one is published, so that put it down to the bottom of the list. My second email is going to be this one here. I'm going to click on the green button to activate it and publish it. My delay before sending an email here is going to be let's make it a day. Let's make it 1 day after here's your free ebook. And that's all you have to do. Now the other thing you can do too, you'll notice that there's 2 other options here. I could specify a time when the email should be sent. Okay, so I could make, let's say I want it to be sent at 1 o'clock. And then I want to send it on Monday. And then no other day. Now, I don't know why I'd want to do that, but it's certainly an option. Okay, so there would be that option too. So I'm not going to do that right now. Just going to off-click on that. But then I'm going to click publish. And did it work? No. Let's take that off. Okay, go ahead and click publish. Oh, it doesn't like it. Something's not right. Okay, well, I just had a little bit of a hiccup here. One of my emails would not, I couldn't put it into sequence. And so the problem was that I had not exactly, I hadn't saved it yet. And it wasn't, it had no information in the body. So what I'm going to do now, I've got it fixed, so I'm going to go ahead and click publish. I'm going to set it for 1 day after, here's your free ebook, and then publish it. And now it's good, because before it did not have any text in there. I don't know why it didn't save, but it didn't save. So now it's saved and we are good to go. All right, so now you have your automation set up, you have your funnel set up, you're going to be customizing your funnel, you're going to be creating your bridge page video. So you basically have everything set up right now. So let me show you how to access your bonus items. So if you go back to your instructions, you've got 3 wonderful bonuses here. You've got the bonus 1, which is the 60 viral TikTok hooks. So this is my gift to you for purchasing this program. You also have my daily Facebook engagement spreadsheet. Now this spreadsheet is so cool because you can actually download this or keep it in Google Sheets, and you can do this. So it has instructions right here. With this template you can plan out your engagement schedule for daily, weekly, or monthly engagement strategies to keep the members of your group engaged. So this is part of what we're going to be talking about for the Facebook group engagement. You can do it daily, or you can do it weekly, or you can do it monthly. So that's the second thing you're going to get. And then the third thing that you're going to get is my Facebook group. Click on that, and then that's going to open up the 25 Facebook posts that you can use for engagement. All right, so that's basically it, folks. Let me know what you think. you are going to have this information is always going to be available to you. So so yeah, go ahead and access this so that you can start creating your new business, minding your own business. Just remember that you do still need to sign up for your one-to-one. That is going to be the next step that you're going to want to take. That's going to be step 8. Just click on this link and that will take you to Calendly, and you'll be able to set up your own one-to-one session with your coach. So so you'll be able to select your date and time. I know it doesn't look like a lot's available right now. I am going to be opening up a lot more appointment slots in the coming weeks. So not to worry, there will be more. You will want to make sure that you attend all of the live Facebook sessions, and there will be one each week, and that will be on Friday afternoons at 3 p.m. So I just wanted to add that in. So thank you everybody for watching this video, and can't wait to be working with you.